Hi, I'm Sasha Solette and you're watching the weekly Jump Off TV newscast. Legal disputes have once again surfaced over the late ODBs estate. Susie Wong and Sharon McCall, who both have 11-year-old sons by ODB, are attempting to file formal objections against his widow and sole beneficiary, Iceline Jones. Since Dirt Dog's death in 2004, Miss Jones has already allegedly mismanaged $225,000 of his estate. A judge at the Brooklyn Surrogate Court insisted that both women find lawyers for themselves and their sons before filing anything. On Tuesday, Jay-Z sold his hugely successful clothing brand Rocawear for $204 million in cash. The hip-hop brand, which he and former business partner Damon Dash co-founded in 1995, was bought by major branding and marketing group Iconics. The new owners add Rocawear to their catalogue of brands, which includes Candies, Joe Boxer, London Fog and Ocean Pacific, and expect Rocawear to generate $43 million in the first 12 months. Jiggerman's partners Alex Bides and Norton Share will continue to run the company while Jay keeps his position as Chief Creative Officer. New York-based graffiti artist Elaine Kett Marijuana was arrested and charged on Tuesday when he was found by officials allegedly spray painting subway cars in Manhattan. 36-year-old Kett isn't just any graffiti artist. He's also the editor of Vibes Men's fashion annual, V-Style, and is a co-founder of Marc Ecko's Complex magazine. He is being represented by Danielle Perez, the lawyer who successfully defended Ecko Unlimited and 7 graffiti artists against the city's ban on spray paint and broad-tip markers in April last year. Kett is apparently also being held on charges of weapons and marijuana possession. The veteran rapper stroke producer Timbaland has reached out to Britney Spears and her ex Justin Timberlake in an attempt to resurrect the pop singer's career. And then there's the escalating beef between Timbaland's real name Timothy Mosley and Scott Storch, real name Scott Storch. The beef apparently started when Timbaland heard rumours that Scott had been telling people that Tim had fallen off. Timbaland called Storch out in an interview with Sway on MTV and stated how he will be going after all the trash talkers in his forthcoming album, Timbaland Presents Shock Value. In Nelly Furtado's Give It To Me, Tim hits at Storch with, "I'm a real producer, you're just a piano man." And Storch recently responded with a complete diss track and video titled Built Like That featuring Knox. Storch claims the beef started for him when Tim took full producer credits on Cry Me a River. You can keep up to date with all the developments on the Jump Off vlog, and while you're there, make sure you check out the prank call on Scott Storch and Hulk Hogan. What may have been a prank or just a great publicity stunt received a substantial amount of global media attention this week. The British Raj restaurant in Rogerstone, Wales delivered a $4,000 fish curry to Kanye West and associates for a supposed meeting in New York on Tuesday. Nobody seems to know exactly where the faxed order for the meal had come from, and Kanye's publicist Gabe Toseriero denies that Kanye was even in New York at the time. Chef Kaisa Ahmed flew out from Heathrow on Tuesday with the food, while restaurant manager Masad Ahmed has apparently confirmed that payment was received. And in other news, the Sacramento Kings forward Ron Artest, widely known for the infamous 2004 NBA brawl between Pacers players and Piston fans, was arrested on suspicion of domestic violence outside his home on Monday. Diddy is being sued by estate agent Gerald Rechnitzer for allegedly punching him at an Oscars after-party when Gerald found Diddy chatting up his fiancée. This year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ceremony will be honouring Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five for their pioneering contribution to the hip-hop music world. Kevin Cole, a member of a rap group in Washington, was sentenced to 3 years after pleading guilty to manslaughter for shooting a photographer in the neck. The group were using real guns in a 2004 album cover photo shoot before one of the guns allegedly went off by accident. Foxy Brown is being tipped as the next star to shave her head, as her troubles continue to spiral. Foxy was publicly banned from Junior's restaurant in New York for allegedly cursing out and skipping on several bills. And finally, Friday, March the 9th marked the 10th anniversary of the still unsolved murder of Christopher Wallace. To honour Biggie's life, a number of mixtapes were released and radio stations around the world paid tribute. Meanwhile, both All Hip Hop and SOHH published interviews with his 13-year-old daughter, Tiana Wallace. Stay up to date with all the news daily on jumpoff.tv. I'm Sasha Solette, and that was this week's newscast. spray painting cars in Manhattan. They're subway cars, of course. I forgot to say subway cars. I'm a real person, you know, inside this camera. The vet's been... Keep up to date with the vet... Check out the prank call on Storch. Here's looking at you, kid. Confirmed, but payment was complete. Kid is apparently also being held... I can't carry on.